Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Line. And this is Albright.
Woohoo! Thank you, guys. Thank you. How y'all doing today? I hear you, Bo. I hear you. Back in the green room, baby. I love this. All right, good deal. See some familiar faces, and I see some new faces out there. First is Terry Edwards is a face that I've gotten to know over the last few years. Terry, why don't you come up here? I want you to join me. I want you to co-host with me today. Y'all give Terry Edwards a, let's see. Let's just get right into it, Bo. Let's just get right into it. We spending money, Bo. We spending money. Let's see. The first thing I want to get out here big time is we've been doing this now 20 plus years. How long have you been with us?
8 years.
8 years.
Yep.
Okay. So we do a national celebration convention each year. And this is to a lot of the guys that have been with me. Listen to me. I've had people stay in business with me the last 33 years, over 30 years in business. Even though we've only been doing this insurance, the Alliance, for 23 years, people have been with me over 30 years. And we've been doing national awards, banquets, conventions, and we've done them different ways. So I want to tell you and my guys that have been with me a long time, I want to say, all right, here's the way it's going to go down. All right? First, Tia, he was going to give me the list of awards that we're going to give out. Oh, he got it. He already did it. He did it. He's so quick. All right, so first of all, it's a teaching. We're going to have a ton of how-to. What do I say?
That's good stuff.
How do I find?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a ton of that. We got, we've put the agenda together already, so I can tell you. So, like, Olga Mathis is going to be how to get in the house and what to do immediately.
That's my upline right there. That's my upline right there.
That's your upline right there. All right, so she's amazing. She's going to do that. Marcus Richardson is going to do how-tos. We're going to have Alex Abian. Alex is, it's interesting. There's a guy named Alex Fitzgerald, and there's a guy named Alex Abian. These two are, their hierarchies are the biggest in the country. And Fitz has been for years and years, but Abian has popped up because Abian has a couple of massive organizations. One is the Leventovich Group, and the other one's the Connors Group. But what Abian has done is he's exploded in width. Like he found one great guy, Malik, and he's killing it. And then Jesse, he's got another organization that's killing it. But then what do you do after that? Like if you had one great person, woohoo, then you got another great person. Well, then what he's done is outside of that, he's just blown up his base, which is high profit. It's great recognition. So Abian has taken over number one. Well, Fitz has several strong people in his organization. You know, you got Diane Lampy, you got Bubba, you got the Allemans. He's got so many different ones. So they're saying, hey, it's not like either one of them broke. Both of them got plenty of money. But the ego, the competition, they're trying to do this, right? So Abian is going to be talking about how he has hit the volume numbers to catch up with Fitz, right? So that's going to be a how-to. How did I do it? What did I think? So there's a ton of how-to stuff. So I want you to know that that's a big deal in January. And by the way, they're calling it Las Colinas. All right, and I go, it's Dallas, Texas. The reason is because you're going to fly into Dallas, Texas, and then you're going to drive over to Las Colinas. It's like 15 minutes, right? So you're there, and Dallas is, great for us. You say, well, couldn't do it in Raleigh? Well, yeah, we could, but we're people in Dallas, Houston, California, Reno, Nevada, Seattle. So we put it in Dallas so everybody can get there so we can blow this up. Now, the other thing we're going to do is award recognition. So I'm going to take it, and so all our top producers all around the country are going to be there. Our top builders, our top leaders are going to be there. So we're going to recognize this. We're going to, well, first of all, there's a Moo Christmas contest, which to me is one of my favorite contests lately. And it starts with These top 50 producers. All 50 people going to get these big prizes. Yeah, it starts with a T-shirt. So if you're number 50, you can pick a T-shirt, okay? But it's going to get better and better. And so this booklet, you can grab one on the way out, but actually we're texting them out and emailing them out. You can pick as you move up the ladder. So number one, you can choose between, we've got a MacBook Pro 13-inch, blah, 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 Apple chip, memory storage, iPad, it's cool. Or a custom suit by Mitch the Stitch.
Oh, Mitch the Stitch.
Mitch the
Look
Stitch.
out now.
So number one, Mutual of Omaha, and this is October 1 to December 31st, number one Mutual of Omaha producer gets a custom designed suit by Mitch the Stitch.
That boy good.
So there's a coffee maker, there's luggage, there's diamond earrings, there's all kinds of cool stuff that you pick. So that's going to be in January. So that's part of it. We will also announce everyone that earned a all expense paid trip on an Alaskan cruise.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We will also announce who earns the suites. And I'm not going to tell you right now, you're going to have to go on there. If you're one of them, you know it. So the way this works, everybody that earns a cruise is on the cruise. But after you get on the cruise ship, it does matter where you stay. These rooms have big differences, so the more you move up, the bigger suite. So that's going to be announced. Then we're going to do the biggest base shop, so whoever's building the biggest agency the fastest. We will do Medicare producers, so Medicare Advantage, that's in kind of a new category, who's the leaders in the country. The top IUL producers, the top annuity producers, the top rookies in the country, and then kind of the craziest one of all is who sold the most. Who sold the most this year, like number 1 through 20 is going to get recognized, or 1 through 10. So if you're going to get to meet them. So, but here's what I want to tell you and Fitz and Abian and Katz and Davies is Saturday night we've done it different ways. So this Saturday night, the first thing I'm going to tell you is we're going to take a 3-hour break in the afternoon, early afternoon, and we're going to say, go get you something to eat. But don't drink too much when you're out, because when you come back, we're going to have drinks.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
We're going to have 3 bartenders. So the start of Saturday night, so it's how-to all day Friday, Saturday, all how-to, Marvin Osuna, Joseph Tu, Marcus Richardson, Brandon Manley, Marcus Setta, Jeff Bright's going to be talking. Crazy. So it's how-to, but Saturday night, baby. When we do
hey, baby.
Hey, red carpet. If you watched on television the Country Music Awards or this whatever, the BET Awards.
I call National Convention where the CMT and the BET meet up.
Okay, so that's the concept. We'll have so when you roll back in there, doors open. I think we said 7 o'clock. The details will come out. Doors open 7 o'clock. When you come back in there, DJ Billy is going to be in the house rocking the place.
Oh, on the ones and twos.
The bars are going to be open for everybody. We're going to have high tops with chairs, but then down front for all the people going to be paying real close attention, their children, their brothers and sisters and mothers going to get recognized. We're going to have chairs sitting around. So it's going to be an active, fun Saturday night.
That's going to be fun.
Red carpet interviews, if you've seen that. So we'll have all the VIPs. VIPs will be behind stage, and it's really kind of side stage with the red carpet, and we're going to have an interviewer. We're not sure if it's going to be Clay. We're not sure if we're going to use Handy. We're not sure who's going to do it, but we're going to have a cool host. We've run Chris Hale. Chris Hill in the past, if y'all don't know him, he was funny as everything, still is. But Jesus called him, and I ain't even call him to heaven neither. He just called him to preach. He called him to preach he wanted to be a preacher, and he'd been working here for a few years, and he finally got the preaching job he wants. So we was like, dadgummit, we lost our red carpet interviewee. But we're doing interviews, so we're going to have another red carpet. In between the red carpets, we're going to do, how about this? The return of, where is it? The return of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Who was the characters in that? Who was the characters in that? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I don't watch that much TV.
No, what we did at the last event.
Oh, Uncle Leroy.
Uncle
Leroy
Leroy's
was
gonna
up
be
in there.
here.
Oh yeah, that game. Yeah.
Who wants to be an alliance?
Yeah.
Who wants
And,
to be an alliance millionaire?
It was Uncle Leroy. It was what was it?
Emily.
Yeah, the professor.
The professor.
Angry Eric.
And
I forgot.
Olga.
Yeah.
Olga the Olga or something.
Yeah.
She was going to light them up. And then Clay and Robbie. So it was fun as everything.
Yeah.
So we'll have the return of that skit. Then we'll do awards, another skit, then awards. So Saturday night, look for a party. And we're going to wrap up with the Chris Long Award. If a lot of people don't know Chris. Chris is very important to us. Is one of our leaders. We lost him. He was called home by Jesus. He wasn't called to preach. He called to just actually be with the man. So he moved on, and we'll have a Chris Long Award. It has to do with energy, commitment, loyalty, teamwork. You are a Chris Long.
The inaugural
Chris Long
Chris Long.
So we'll do Chris Long Award, and then we will have a party. Okay, so it's a rewards night. Wraps up with a DJ. So Saturday is going to be some fun. So I want to tell all the leaders this is what to look for. Marcus said, a lot of people are saying, hey, is Marcus? Absolutely. Mark is going to be in character. So he is going to do something like From the View. He's going to be talking on Friday. He's going to be talking on Saturday. He's speaking a lot. Jeff Bright's kind of an addition. We've had him on and not had him on. He's on. Brandon Manley's in the house. Brandon's going to be teaching. Woo-hoo.
Let's go, Manley.
So really, I want to tell you how much fun it's going to be. Sunday, we're going to wrap up at, we'll get the details out. I think it's going to wrap up at 5 o'clock. It might be at 4:30. So we're going to have Marcus Richardson is going to do some preaching. We're going to have WWE, or Worldwide Entrepreneurs. We'll have Murley in from India. And then right after that, we will come in strong teaching how to. We've got Abian teaching more. I've got Noel teaching more, Jane Albright and myself, and we'll wrap it up. And so if you get a late flight out Sunday, some people are staying Sunday night, which is absolutely cool, is what we're going to do. So I want everybody to know how exciting that's going to be, because we want to max out our national convention, and which really sets us up for 2024 as far as the contest. And okay, so that's a big deal on my world. Terry, what's been happening in your life? I see you've been getting skinnier and skinnier. You must not be eating nothing. You okay, man?
Little bit. Yeah, I'm good, man. Tia uncle had came to visit and come see the boys play, and we were sitting at the table. He said, well, hell, I thought you were sick and ain't nobody just told me nothing about it. You know, when you start losing people, people think you're either sick or on drugs. But I'm all right. I've lost about a second grader right now. I am back in a size 40 pant, man. I feel good about myself. I felt good wide, too, to be clear. I ain't never lacked confidence. But I feel better, slimmer, and I can move a little more, and my A1C and all that stuff is good, man. I got more energy to be with my family and build this business, man. We got so much crazy stuff going on the Dream Team, man. But before I talk about that, like today, like just brought back how it was when I first got started.
How you mean?
Because in 2015, when I got started, Jason said, you need to go up to Burlington and you need to meet Andy Albright. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you need to see the corporate office and all that stuff. I was like, Jason, I'm from Kernersville. It ain't nothing in Burlington. But I drove because he told me to do it. And so I drove up from Atlanta to here, and I came to a TWC just like this. And I sat right where she's sitting, right
Jesse.
Here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like at that time, I had just lost my job. I was down in Atlanta. I had bills galore. Life was turned upside down. And I sat there and I listened to you in that TWC and I watched you. Now, I had already made sales, right? But I had came up and I just sat there and I just listened. And I was just like, so you mean to tell me for the last 16 years, I was in corporate America pretending to be somebody that they wanted me to be. And then at the end of the day, they still took my livelihood away from me. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you talk. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me that this guy right here, just as country as I am, built this massive organization, His wife loved him. His kids adored him. And he's helping all of these people across the country. So you mean to tell me that you can be your authentic self, not if you're a bad version, but you know what y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, we got some stuff we got to fix, we got to work on it. But really here, you got what it takes to build something massive. And this TWC, I would come here every single week. I would dial on Mondays and Tuesdays and come here every Wednesday morning and work and come to this TWC, me and Tia, and we will bring people here.
Were you coming from Atlanta?
No, I moved back.
Okay.
I moved back to North Carolina.
So first time we met, you drove up from Atlanta, but then you moved back to Kernersville.
Yeah. I started in April, and I moved back to Kernersville in June.
So how long a drive was that from Kernersville to here?
About 40 minutes.
So you drive 40 minutes every Wednesday to be here.
And I was driving, it was 2 cars. I would drive and Tia, but we was renting space here upstairs to work out of.
Okay.
So we would drive here to get around the staff, to learn the business. And so I would drive here 3 days a week, and I'll be in the field the rest, and Tia would come every day. And why would we drive 2 cars? Because if the kids get sick and she needed to get back to Kernersville, she'd strike out. So, man, it was just like.
That sounds like something Tia thought of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, because I'm like, man, we can save some gas here, but.
That's what I'm saying.
But long story short, what I was trying to get to is just the humble beginnings and how every week this TWC kept me in the game. Just logging in and being here present, but even still today, created that habit that Wednesday at 12:30, nothing is on my calendar but the TWC, and how we would fly in guests and you would get inspired, man. So I'm just grateful, man. And after 8 years, things have really changed for us. We ain't got the financial troubles that we did have because of this business. Sometimes you get in businesses and you're wondering, is it going to be worth it? And if you're wondering today, is it going to be worth it? Heck yes, it is worth it. So I'm just grateful for you and Jane, the way that you guys just circled me, Tia, and our family and just made us feel at home from day one. And just always coming back to Burlington always just reminds me of how it was when we got started, and I'm forever grateful. And that's why we haven't slowed up. Because we're just grateful, and at this point, we owe it to them to show it to them. You know, it ain't about our name and lights. Now, of course, to be clear, I'm going to be on the leaderboards. I'm going to sell, I'm going to recruit, and I'm going to build. But really, now it's about how many more people can we get free? See, people are confusing freedom with flexibility now. See, because a lot of people work from home, they get to set their kind of own schedule, they think they free. No, you just got a flexible schedule. Because if your butt don't log in, some situations going to occur. Pink slips are coming, baby. But the freedom to build a business where if you want to take off 2 weeks and go on vacation, you've built something where you have passive residual income coming in, that's what I wanted, man. I wanted freedom. And because of this opportunity, we have that freedom, and now it's about how many more people can we help get free. Well,
that ties right in to what we're going to be talking about today. Y'all seen we got the posters up. How many of y'all were in Orlando at our convention? Okay, let's do the opposite. Who was not in Orlando at our convention? Not there. Okay, all right, so about half and half. And then let me look out there. Out there in the audience, if you're in Atlanta and you were at convention, raise your hand. Raise your hand.
High, raise it high.
Raise it high so I can see you. Texas, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, raise your hand if you were at Orlando Convention. All right, now put them down. Now raise it if you was not out there. Looks like it's about half and half for people all around Crown Street.
That's the consensus.
Consensus, about half of the people there and about half of them wasn't. All right, so if you were there, you saw these posters, and there's 2 different meetings, the one that I did and Marcusetta did, and mine, I beat it up for about 3 or 4 hours. And then Marcusetta, we worked on it about an hour and a half. It wasn't as much. So I want to kind of come back to that and kind of solidify and remind. And then if you were not in Orlando, you ain't seen it at all. You're like, what is this all about? So we're going to talk about what this is about. One thing I did want to say about the convention, it's not just recognition. It's going to be Texas cowboy style atmosphere, okay? And so like the first night, Friday, I think that's where we're going. It's like themed cowboy style, okay? Country western, you know, cool. Saturday night is all out tuxedo, black tie, black
Suited
suit.
and booted with your makeup on, baby.
What I'm talking
Suited
about.
and booted with your makeup on.
I texted my guy, I said, I want a custom tuxedo where you open it up, and I want my media girl to come up with all the designs it's going to have inside. So you get your mind right, we're going to do tuxedo. And the next thing is trophies. So you ain't going to have any little trophies like in Little League stuff. It's going to be like pistols and cowboy hats and buckle. It's going to be fun awards. So if you're in contest for any of these awards, one, you want to be up in there in the top 10 or top 12, and two, you want to be there to get it. Because the way we do things, if you ain't there to get it, we just drop down to the next person that is there to get it.
So you have to be present to win.
You had to be present to win.
You got to be present to win.
We call it, we forgot about you if you ain't there.
Oh.
We skipped over you. The last thing you want to be is not needed and not present.
And forgotten.
And forgotten is the last thing. You can be remembered or you can be forgotten. So these awards, these trophies are going to be really cool this year. They always are, but I want to tell you how we're going to be delivering on it. And I mean, it's got to be more fun. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to be just beer and wine either. I know. We're going to have real bartenders there.
We're going to have some of that white lightning.
White lightning.
Leroy can bring some white lightning.
Banana moonshine going to be in the house.
Hey.
I'm just going to let y'all know.
Hey,
Now,
mason jar type.
I want to let all y'all know that are like me and don't drink on certain days of the week, okay? I used to drink on days that ended in Y, but now I'm cutting back. Now I'm more of a weekend warrior, but let's say you're just one of those days you just go dry all the time. You say, I ain't doing that. Well, good. We're going to have insane amounts of Sprite. And what's them red drinks you used to drink, where they put the red juice in there? What do you call them? Shirley Temples. We're going to have Shirley Temples for you. That's a non-alcoholic fun drink. What's the record most you ever drank at a hockey game, Spencer? 13? 13 Shirley Temples he drank one time at hockey. This is my son over here. He's grown up. He's adult now, and he's like every other adult young man. He goes, he don't want to talk about when they're 12, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember that. So you got Shirley Temples and Sprites and all kinds of drinks and some water if you're really confused. You know, I don't know how y'all drink that stuff. But you with me? So it's going to be for everybody. So 3 hours, come back. Drinks, party, band, DJ, awards, red carpet, fun, recognition, trophies, and then a dance. It's going to be fun. And then, okay. All right, so let's talk about this. Now, here's the way it works. Now, Jesse, you invited Malik out. What's your last name? Bradbury. That's what he said. And I was like, Jesse Bradbury. And then when I saw that, that's Jesse. I know you was Jesse, not Jesse Bradbury. So that's what got me. And what's your name, sir? Josh, who invited you out? Mike Hilla. And Kaylee, you were up front and then you moved back. What had happened?
I have a cold.
You have a cold, so you didn't want me to catch it? But you don't care nothing if... All right, I got you. All right.
She got manners.
She got manners.
I just use my
Second thing close to charisma right there is manners. All right, so here we go. If you, behind Jesse? Jesse, raise your hand. Got us right behind Jesse. What's your name, sir? Jaden, who invited you out? Okay, so y'all know each other from soccer or something? Or a resume? ZipRecruiter. Where you live? What's Burlington? Where'd you go to high school? Or any high school? But what? The Burlington School. Like DBS? TBS. The Burlington School. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. Is that like a magnet school or something? It's the best school here? Do you have to have money to go there, or can you get scholarships? Money or scholarships. Money or scholarships.
Money,
My
baby!
dad!
That's right.
Yeah.
Daddy made it rain, baby.
All right. Okay, good. What did he say his name was? What's your name again? Jaden. All right, Jaden. Let's say me and you in charge, or let's say you in charge of building a basketball team for the Burlington School, TBS, okay? Are you going to recruit taller people if you have the option, or shorter people? Taller. He's thinking. Quicker people or slower people? People that know the rules or people don't know the rules? Let's say you got two guys that are tall and fast and quick, and one of them's daddy's rich. Which one you want? And the other one's daddy's poor. So tall, fast, and rich. You with me? I'm talking identical athletics, knows the game. One guy's rich, one guy's poor. Which one you going to recruit to play the basketball team? You really? Which one would you recruit? The identical skill set, identical hustle. You can't tell the difference, except for you know one of them's dad's rich.
Rich.
Why?
More resources.
What do you mean?
His daddy can help get us to camps, get trainers in.
Jaden, are you sticking with the poor guy? You're sticking with the poor guy. He's not any more talented. I'm going to try to sell you on this. He's not any more talented, no more hustle, no more desire. It's just the other guy's dad is rich. Oh, come up here now. Come here. Come here. I see them shoes. That's why I saw them shoes. I saw them shoes. Oh, put your foot right up on here. That's right. Put your foot right up there. Let me see.
I'm not that flexible.
Oh, he's got manners too. All right, hold the mic like this. I'm gonna show you this. You gonna change your mind from if it hustle's the same, desire's the same.
If the desire's the same, I change my mind. But if the desire is like different, like normally, like if like you don't come from money, like you'll play harder. Like you have a desire to win a lot more. Like you're a lot more humble. But I feel like if you come from money, as opposed to someone who doesn't come from money, like there are certain games that you may feel, oh, I don't have to play as hard. I don't have to go as hard. But
do you feel, since your daddy had enough money to pay for at school, do you feel like you're that lack of hustle, lack of desire?
Nah, because like I know my dad made a lot of sacrifices for me to go to that school.
You understand you're contradicting yourself when you say that.
How?
Because you said if you had a guy just as talented as me, just as talented as Jaden standing right there, which one you think I ought to pick? You come from your daddy has money, or you want me to pick the poor guy? But y'all just as talented, just as amount of hustle.
But just because I went to a Burlington school doesn't mean that like I come from money.
No, I'm saying you. You said your daddy paid for the.
He paid for it, but it came with like.
I'm talking about this guy don't even know his daddy. He don't know his daddy. I mean, he don't know his daddy.
I'm confused.
Okay, come stand right here, Archie. Okay, let me be clear. I'm teaching you how I built this business. It's how to get rich. So we're hiring basketball players. You said, I thought we were building a basketball team. I'm also recruiting for my insurance company, my network marketing. So this guy is identical to you in every skill and hustle, but he don't have any resources.
Right.
His mama ain't got no money. Matter of fact, his mama needs some money right now.
Right.
And his aunt, who did most of the work, she in bad health.
Right.
You, on the other hand, I don't know much about you, but it sounds like you respect your dad, you've seen the hustle, you've seen the sacrifice. Are you want me, which one you think I ought to pick to join my basketball team?
Probably me.
Why? But your daddy's got money. Don't that mean you're not going to try as hard?
No, not necessarily.
In your case, is it true that you're not going to try as hard since
No.
you kind of got good resources?
No,
So you would tell you pick you.
for sure.
Okay. Same scenario. You two stand up. Identical. This one ain't got no resources. This one does. Mm-hmm. Which one are you going to pick? The one with resources.
Right.
All right, say back down. Now, do you see why I'm saying you're contradicting? Because you're going to go with the poor guy every time because you think it's the underdog. He's going to be the fighter.
Right.
But then again, you think you ain't the underdog and you think you're going to win.
Right.
I think you're going to win too. Now, let's say he's got a rich daddy and your hustle's twice as good as his and you got a poor daddy. I'm picking you. But all things equal, I'm going for the one that got money. Does anybody want to argue with that and tell me why that's an idiotic idea? How about this? Go back to you. Your daddy's doing okay. Mama's doing okay. He's got no resources. Identical everything. Yeah, but you probably won't last. you're probably just faking it. Should I assume that? Should I assume you're faking hustle and desire?
I wouldn't assume it, but I will always keep it in the back of my head.
So I'd wonder whenever you're going to let up.
For sure.
Are you ever going to let up?
No.
You want me to wonder about you?
I don't want you to wonder about it, but
How
it's
you-
also my job to make sure you don't wonder that.
I know. But you understand why I picked you over him, if identical, because, okay, all right, watch this. You ready? You know who Nick Saban is, Alabama? Okay, I don't really. But I got a friend, and he says, hey, man, you know who Nick Saban is? I said, he's like a football coach or something, a basketball or something. He's real famous. He says, well, he coaches Alabama. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I don't even know where Alabama is. I just know it's down south. And he says, you know where Tuscaloosa is? I said, no. He said, nobody else does either. And there's no airport near there, okay? Like you land, you got to drive an hour or 45 minutes. It's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but my man's a speaker. His name is Damon West. He's a D1 athlete, speaker, kind of nation famous. He spoke all over the world. But he's a bat to the bone speaker, wrote several books. And he says, I need to get to Tuscaloosa, but I can't get there unless somebody picks me up in a private jet, takes me, and then drops me off here. It's the only way I can be there, and I need to be there. And I said, okay. He said, do you want to meet and talk to Nick Saban? And I was like, sure. Because I checked with some friends, and they go, yes, you want to meet with Nick. Because nobody else can meet with him. Like, you ever met with him in his office? Have you know anybody that's ever met with him in his office? You see what I'm saying? Like, he's impossible to get to. He's very control freak, right? Okay. I said, sure, I'll pick you up. So we're in Texas. I went to wherever my buddy is in Texas. I'll think of it in a minute. I go pick him up. We go to Tuscaloosa. And we spend all day in the Alabama football team, messing around, watching practice, talking to his head operations. And it's funny, I ran into Coach Huxtable, who used to coach at NC State, but we fired him. And then Nick hired him at a discount, because he just got fired. So he hired him at a discount, right? So I ran into Huxtable, but I'm sitting there, and we go in to talk to Nick Saban. And I said, Coach Saban, first of all, he said, I have time for a question. Do you have one? I was like, yes, sir. I've been thinking about it. Here's what I have. You got a 5-star athlete, 5-star athlete, 5-star athlete, 5-star athlete. They're super talented. How do you pick which one you offer the scholarship and that you go after? See the question I was asking? So that's kind of what I was asking you. And he said, tell me what you think he said. Like, if you had 5-star athletes, you're a coach, what criteria would you use after that?
Their work ethic.
Their work ethic. Same work ethic. Same work ethic.
Character.
There you go. That's what he said. Not if their daddy had money. They didn't say that. He said character. Okay? And do you tell them what you think it means by character?
Just how do you present yourself when you're in a room in front of people? I feel like when you're playing for a team like Alabama, you obviously, the way you carry yourself matters. Obviously, like, Nick Saban isn't always going to be around. So, like, the way you present yourself amongst others.
Do you think that's true at Elon University?
For sure. Like, you have to carry yourself in a manner that, like, it's always bigger than yourself. It's not just you at the end of the day when you're a part of a organization or a company. It's bigger than yourself. So you have to make sure that you present yourself in a manner that's respectable. When someone view you, they have to know that, oh, he really cares about himself. He's not just out here trying to make a fool of himself.
So let's go with this, Terry. So I don't want to misjudge, but I'm trying to pick. I got equally talented people. But I lean to the one whose daddy also started a business, had kept a job for 20 years until his kid got in high school and he could afford to pay for it. Am I wrong in judging that if you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, you're not wrong, because it's about the exposure. So that kid, that dad has money, like you said, seeing the sacrifice, seeing the early mornings, the late nights, know what it's like to, your dad might miss a game, but you still go out there and perform because of what he did for you to get that opportunity. The people that you met because of your dad, the caliber of people that they've been associating with, the rooms that they've been in before getting to Alabama. There are some things that have already been taught that you don't have to teach.
You ever been on a jet?
No.
Commercial plane?
Yes.
Okay, that's not being smart. That's a jet. Hold the mic. So you've been on a commercial plane. Where have you
Yes.
been?
Well, I play basketball, so like I travel like everywhere.
Okay, so now it's come time for me to tell the basketball team, hey, Friday, we're getting on the jet or a commercial, we're getting on Delta. Get your stuff together. The guy that ain't got no money, ain't never been nowhere, and now you got to get his stuff together. What are you going to have to tell him? What's some things he might make a mistake doing? It's endless.
Yeah.
Because he's never been on a plane. He might have his little pistol with him he always carries. He might have his little knife he always carries with him. He might have his finger file that looks like a knife. He might have liquids that's more than, 3 ounces? You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now, as a coach, I've either got my assistant to go explain it to him, or I got to explain it to him. Now, is that prejudging in your book? Is it prejudging? Because I think you know more than a guy who's never played. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we prejudge, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if we said, all right, everybody stand up. I'm going to pick a player, and you pick a player. We're going to get ready to play one-on-one out there. Or not one-on-one, we're going to play 5-on-5. You pick your teams. You're going to have a criteria, right? Like, stand up, AP. And stand up, Amir. And we're not playing soccer, we're playing basketball. Which one are you picking just right off the bat? Sit back down. See, you could be wrong. That could be Spud Webb. That could be Sidney Lowe. That could be Chris Corciani. But I'm thinking, no.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I don't care. Because that jerk right there put his hands up. He's twice as tall as him. Mm-hmm. He ain't twice as tall before he puts his hands up. He puts his hands up twice as tall. So that is prejudging because we're trying to win a printing team. But Andy, I want everybody to have a shot. You want everybody to have a shot if you're the basketball coach? How you going to get fired? What are they going to fire you for? What do you get fired for as a basketball coach?
Losing.
You could get fired for losing. Right. How do you lose?
Lose a basketball game?
Yeah.
Let the other team score more points?
Mm-hmm. What's typical of a team that don't score as many points than the losers? What's typical? What's one thing that's usually consistent with this team that scores more and that team scores more? Is it dumb coaching or is it?
Most of the time it's talent.
In other words, he got more talented people.
Mm-hmm.
They got taller, quicker, faster, more hustle.
Yep.
You tracking with me?
So, Andy, some people, when they hear this conversation,
mm-hmm.
right?
Talk to me, Terry.
Right?
I hear him.
I be like,
Andy don't put me down.
Right.
Andy don't like me.
Right, that part right there. Or either they start like this.
If I got to write
or this one right here. Well, we ain't recruiting them then. No, we recruiting. So you give everybody the opportunity, but it's who you invest your time, your money, your energy is based on the criteria. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Say it again for the slow. Say it again for the slow ones.
So we hire everybody, but we don't treat everybody the same. So what I mean by that is, and there was an illustration you did when I first got started. So I was one of the guys that wanted to treat everybody the same. So think of it like a deck of cards, right? And you got the face side and then the back side. The back side looks the same. So when I was recruiting, I was just looking at the back side of the cards as opposed to looking at the face value. So when you got a queen, you're going to spend more time, money, and energy with a queen than with a 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here's your options. You got A, you got B, C, D, E, F, G. And you're in the bar. You're on the basketball court. You're in the band room. And your job is to pick 3 people that you're going to work with, and you're going to be judged on that. Now, I've only done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What if there's 67 people to choose from? You got to pick 3. You got to pick 3. Okay? So you go first. You pick 1. You go first. You pick 1. Are you going to prejudge? The winner gets $1 million. Are you going to prejudge based on whatever the criteria? So if it's a music contest, if it's a basketball contest, if it's an agency building contest. All right. So you're in a restaurant and you look around and you're thinking, I need somebody to join my agency. Are you going to prejudge? Now, this little guy here, he's short, fat, ugly, but he loves NC State. This guy's tall, skinny, being recruited by 3 different universities. You with me? This one's harder to recruit, right? This one's easy to recruit, right? Which one are you going to try to recruit? You're going to try the harder one. Well, that don't make no sense. You're trying the harder one. Why?
Because you want to win.
Say it again.
Because you want to win.
Because what do winners do?
Win.
Win. Winners win. Now, let's say you short, fat, ugly, and don't like NC State, but you're the NC State coach. You with me? What you going to try to recruit, the hard ones or the easy ones? You the coach. You're getting paid $3 million a year. Right. You going to try to recruit people better than who? Better than you. Right. So people say, like, I don't understand. Well, you wouldn't pick me? I go, you're my coach. You are my coach. For whatever reason, the athletic director, the chancellor, the booster club, hire him as coach. All right. So you're my coach. What I need for you to do is coach. Whoa. I'm a coach. Yeah, you the coach, Malik. Josh, you the coach. You got to build a team. Well, I was just going to sell and just make some money. Okay, well then sell, make some money. Well, you said you wouldn't pick me. You're the coach. Like, you want to go shoot some basketball, shoot some basketball. I don't care. You want to exercise? I don't care. I don't know if I'm... Is this getting through? Is this... Okay, now I hear you time, money, resources. Right. But I'm saying, who are you going to send the recruiter to see?
The hard.
This one. That's
right.
So if we go across and we look at this thing called what's the rating for basketball players? He's a 4-star, he's a 3-star. What's that called?
Star rating.
It's called the star rating? Okay, so we got 67 people, and here's the stars for this one, here's the stars for this one, and here's the stars for this one. So there's a bunch of them across the country. Where are you going to send your recruiters to? The 4 stars, the 1 stars, the 3 stars, where are you going to send your recruiters?
4 or 5 stars.
Is that what you're going to do? The more stars? So my whole point is, why would you spend an hour talking to this one, trying to recruit him, when you know he's not that good? Well, he says, well, I can't get him. Why? Oh, you didn't think we were Alabama. Oh, you didn't think we were the Tar Heels. Oh, you didn't think we was the Wolfpack. You thought we suck. And so you're recruiting the worst people. Is that what it is?
Or you don't think that you're Nick Saban.
Oh, you don't think you're Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, low self-image, huh?
Yes.
So you're low self-image, thinking you not good.
Gonna drop down to get
Have you
worse.
seen, Nick ain't about this tall. Mm-hmm. I think I could take him one-on-one.
Probably. And he ain't a spring chicken. He's 70.
Dude, wrinkles all over him, dude. He stutters. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say it reminds me of, but you know, I was like, well, I mean, What does he just think he's better than us?
Yep.
So we have to change our thinking?
We have to change our thinking and self-image. Them books.
Books, tapes, and audios.
So
What if I want a shortcut and I just want to change my self-image quick? What do I do, Terry?
Fake it until you make it.
Ooh, did you say faith it till you make it, or did you
Faith
say
it.
fake it?
It don't matter. Either one. Either one will work.
Faith it or fake it? Am I sparking any questions? Archie, how you doing, bud? What you think about this guy? How'd you find him? Tell us how you found him.
Yeah, found Jaden on ZipRecruiter. We run ZipRecruiter ads here in the corporate office. Scrolling through one day of applicants.
Were you scrolling through applications or looking at responders?
Excuse me, scrolling through responders.
So he responded.
He responded, yes, sir. Clicked on his profile. First thing I see pop up, local here in Burlington, which is great. Saw he went to school at the Burlington School. Fantastic as well. What really stuck out to me, though, is the fact that he plays at Elon basketball right now. Senior, right? Senior. 4 years there.
Then you said, do you know AP?
Yeah. So that's immediately when I turned to AP and I said, "Hey, AP, you seen this guy, Jaden?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know of him." So he was huge. Kind of gave me a little backstory. Said that they had played with the same coach. What was his name again? Mike Schreider, right? So that's a little connection there. You've also told me when we were on the phone that he used to train down here with Tony over here.
Tony Carter?
So
I worked out with him this morning.
yeah, lots of connections there. Got him down here, told him a little about the business, told him that you'd be in town, told him that you'd want to talk to him, and he was ready to go.
You ain't never lied. So if you were rating him stars, and in basketball it's 0 stars to 5 stars, how many stars we giving him based on our criteria?
So far, I mean, he's a 5-star to me.
5-star. Ours is 12. Is there anything you think he's failing off out of 12?
No. Off the Alliance Alice and Alliance Aiden, no.
So, I don't understand. Why would we recruit somebody that's 12 out of 12 when we can get somebody that's only 2 or 3 out of 12? Because we're trying to do what?
Trying to win, maybe.
We're trying to win. So, I hear you if self-image is your challenge. Like, I hear what you're saying. I hear you on self-image. When you say fake it, I have a thought. I want you to come back to faith and fake it, but I want to preach on this. Okay, here we go. Anybody like movies? Like to watch a good movie? I got a good movie for you. Do I have to be a great producer to tell you what a great movie is? No. Do I have to be a great film script writer? No. Do I have to be a great actor? No. My son is a hockey player, so I want to say this with meaning. Why the puck? Why the puck do you have to have a self-image to sell a great movie? Why the puck? Do you have to have a great self-image to sell a great movie? Oh, you didn't think we were great. What do you mean movie? Why do you have to have a high self-image to sell a great thing? Terry Edwards is in his business. Brandon Manley is killing this. Alex Abian, Spencer Albright. How the heck can you not sell a great thing? Why do you have... So...
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, Bo.
I got you.
I'm just saying. I'm talking hockey here. What do you think?
I like that right there.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to deny that we're great.
What if it ain't great for them?
It's
I'm going to sell you a movie I ain't never seen before. He said, no way. Get ready. Mm-hmm. If you like your heart pounding and scared, like if you like that and excitement, some of you might not like it, but some of you will. Listen to me. I don't even know if I know the name of it. How many of y'all have seen Fall or Height, where that girl was stuck? Have you seen that movie? What's the name of it? Fall. F-A-L-L. Oh. This girl is climbing with her boyfriend, like cliff climbing, and he falls and dies. And she's scared to climb again. How you know so much? I watched the 2.5-minute trailer like 4 times. Seriously. So she's like, you've got to get back on a horse. So they go out to this antenna tower thing, and they climb up, and it's click and click, and the drama and the music's da 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 da. They get up to the extra thing, and and as she steps off, there's a place that goes from here to here, and you have to climb this ladder, and the ladder falls. And so they're stuck. I don't know about y'all, but I'm stopping the trailer. And they're trying to get down, and they got to jump and swing and stuff, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm about to pee in my pants. So I cut it off. And then I saw it pop up again. So I'm going to watch this trailer one more time. It's crazy. Brandon. It's crazy. Yeah? Is anybody thinking about it? They might check out fall. Debbie's on it. Bené's on it. It's freaky. I'm like, okay, so you see how I'm selling? I'm not a producer. I'm not an actor. I'm not a screenwriter. I ain't even seen a daggone movie. And I got 2 people. Are y'all going to watch it? Malik's like, I ain't watching it neither. Dude, I tell you what, I have nightmares. I have nightmares just because I talked about it. I'll have a night. What do you think about that?
So I was just thinking.
Faith it, fake it.
Most diehard Alabama fans or Carolina fans or State fans, if you look at it, a lot of the diehards have no connection to the university. They didn't go there. The kids didn't go there. But they just fired up about Roll Tide.
So maybe.
So we need more fanatics.
Maybe. Okay, let's do a little bit of belief. Mm-hmm. So let me tell you all this. So I'm sitting here in this meeting, just like you. He's sitting right there. You sitting over there. He's sitting right there. And it's kind of crazy because you went in the door, and I said, Jessica, go see who that is. He looks like he's waiting to get in the door. So she opened up. He come out. Who are you? Come on, walk with me, you know. So we start. Well, that's Malik. I'm sorry. Malik's talking. So I'm talking to Malik, walking in the door. And then I'm sitting there and look at you, and I'm going like, you stand your head and shoulders above everybody else. And I looked down there, and then you said he invited. And then I remember the Elon connection. And then Burlington School System, the Burlington School. And then they said, oh, yeah, you either got a scholarship, which means you're a badass athlete, or your mom and daddy figured out how to pay for it, which means you know somebody in your life is disciplined. So I'm sorting, and I come up here. Okay, so what happened is, I told Terry Edwards, here's the way it went. He's sitting right there. I said, hey, so you drove up, where are you from? Who drove? Anybody drive in for more than an hour? More than an hour. What's your name, sir? David Gully. Who invited you out?
Kevin Elam.
Kevin Elam invited you out. I know Kevin good as everything. Whose team is that on? Does anybody know Kevin Elam? Spencer Albright. Kevin is friend of Kyle Weinbrenner's, right? Yeah, I got my stuff. And it's Scully. First name? David. Yes, where'd you drive in from?
Huntersville.
How far is that?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. And that's where you drove in from Charlotte? The hour and a half? Hour and a half. So I got 2 hours and a half. Anybody more than an hour and a half? Well, my man raised his hand. He drove in from Atlanta. I said, you didn't drove in. How many hours did that drive?
5.5. 5.5 hours.
All right. And I go, what was you doing down there? What kind of work?
I went down there to be the CEO of a credit union, but they rescinded the job offer.
That's what he said to me. He went down there to be a CEO of a credit union. Where'd you go to school?
Elizabeth City State.
What'd you major in?
Business administration.
Anything more than that?
Wife and children.
Any extra degrees or anything?
I had a master's degree in business as well.
Oh, you got a master's business? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you start thinking, you with me? It's like you go to a basketball game or you look into 5-star recruits and you start going, you know what I mean? Here's what I'm thinking. of all the people I'm going to be nice to, I'm going to be nice to this one. Does that make sense? Every tracking with me? All right. Let's do this. Let's trade out. Jaden. Archie, y'all grab a seat. Y'all give these guys a hand. Woo-hoo! And let's get Scully and Malik right up here. Scully and Malik. Scully.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I said, CEO. What was you doing before you got that CEO job?
I was an executive vice president of a credit union in Winston.
Which one?
Winston-Salem Federal, and then prior to that, I was with State Employees, which is the biggest one, second biggest one in the world.
See, if he'd have said ABC or picking, ticking, micking, I'd have been like, I said, the State Employees with credit union?
Yep.
A real job right there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Is like I'm sorting. So if I'm looking at resumes, if I'm going to take a shot at talking to somebody, why would I take a shot of that? You say, well, Andy, I thought we were looking for people that were broke, busted, disgusted, couldn't get a job, can't make it nowhere else in America. Apparently I have miscommunicated what we're looking for. I'm looking for Terry. Now, a lot of people will say this. I thought you wanted about somebody 25, 26. Yeah. If you can find somebody 25, 26 that works State Employees Federal Credit Union, got a master's degree from Elizabeth City, and all this stuff, that'd be ideal. But if you got nobody that's 26 years old and you sitting here talking to somebody, how old would you have been?
37.
Well, first of all, that ain't far away from it, 37 years old. But why not? If all your friends you know, if you know 300 people, Josh, 200 people, you know 100, why not we go to the best ones first and see if they'd be interested? Because let me tell you how this works. If people come to you and I hate my job, I hate my boss, I hate what I do, I quit, I ain't got no job.
You the next victim. Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. What are you saying? Explain what you mean you're the best victim.
So if they've hated, everywhere else didn't work out, and they hated everybody else, you're going to be the next victim that they hate. It's a cycle.
So I don't think that's you.
No.
You might have got fired. The job might moved out money. They pulled the rug out money. They moved the ladder. It was against the wrong building. All those stuff happened. But you've had a job. I tell by the way you talk, and I tell you by the way you dress. I tell you by the act. You've had a consistent job. Okay, and you drove up an hour and a half, which is I give Malik points for just driving an hour and a half. I was like, that's good. So I'm doing these point systems. I'm good friends. I hear you saying the Wolfpack. I graduated from there. My son graduated from there. My son-in-law graduated from there. I'm good friends with Kevin Keats. I'm good friends with Dave Dorn. I've traveled with them recruiting. They look at the way kids stand. They look at their eye contact, how high they can jump, how fast they can run, can they pass, can they catch them. They look at everything. The thing that gets me is the things you don't think about. Like I said, that kid's good. He said, look at the way Kevin Keats said, look at the way that boy standing. I ain't thinking about that guy. Because he was standing like this after he missed the ball, and he said, watch this one. And this one, no matter what, he was bouncing. And he said, I can't do that kind of demeanor. I can't deal with that kind of demeanor. And I was like, huh. But I'm like that too in my business. I'm picky. Now, let's say the waiter does not hit the high profile, but she's my waiter. Guess what I'm going to do, Terry?
Try to recruit her.
Yeah. Because she's the one that was there. The country music song, y'all ain't listen to country music. Country music teaches you a lot of things. One of them is the girls all get prettier at closing time.
Well.
So you got to know, you got to know, you got to know, you got to know. Well, you started the one you wanted. You started your second one you wanted. Started third. But it's getting late, baby. We got to go to number 4. Then we got to go to number 5. Then we got to number 6. So the waitress that's there, the one that's there is the one I'm recruiting. Because I got more than 5 scholarships. I can hire as many people as I want to. On the other hand, let's say she hits me with, yeah, I wouldn't be interested. I'm already thinking she couldn't do it if she was. I ain't arguing.
Right.
But if she says, well, let me tell you the situation. I make pretty good money here. I don't have to pay taxes. I live at home with my mom, and I'm studying to get my beautician license. I'm thinking about being a hairdresser. And so I wouldn't be interested in doing anything because it's taking up all my time. Now I'm interested. In other words, the one that said, I don't like what you're doing, it's a bad idea. But this one said, I'm not going to do it because I'm busy as everything, and I'm studying. Now I'm going like, I got me an entrepreneur on my hands. So I'm thinking, so the better they get, the more I'm going to try harder. Jaden said, I'd try harder on the one that's harder to get. He might be easy. He might want to go to Elon. He might be a 5-star who wants to go to Elon. Bizarre as that be. Let me ask you this. What's the reason why some kid in Charlotte or Virginia Beach or Burlington, North Carolina wants to go to Elon? And it's a pretty, we've already been talking about a country song. I'm going to give you a hint. Why might he want to go to Elon?
Got a girlfriend that he don't want to leave, want to stay close to home.
She go to Elon.
Go to Elon.
She go to Elon. You done got a 5-star candidate who wants to go to Elon because his girlfriend goes there. But you didn't even ask him. So he don't get a scholarship offer. He gets one for Catawba or Furman. You didn't even ask him. That's a mistake. So if the Elon University coach ain't talking to 5-stars because he thinks they're all going to NC State, that's a mistake. I don't think he makes those kind of mistakes. But y'all, okay. All right. Faith it and fake it. Take me back to that because I think you should be able to sell something based on the credibility of the movie, based on the credibility of the business, based on the fact that Terry Edwards is in it, based on the fact of what Alex Fitzgerald has done in the business. To me, that credibility. How about the facilities you walk in?
Right.
You should be able to recruit somebody to this business based on, you ought to see the place. Got a full court gym, got an exercise room, offices. The credibility, like all you need is a 3-minute sampler or the 3-minute preview, you ought to be able to sell it. If the person's girlfriend already works here, if her girlfriend's in, you don't know until you ask the system. So I believe the credibility is what you sell, not your credibility. I don't think you need a self-image to ask a great person. You just got to have a belief in the company. So take the opposite. Let's say they're just not sure about the company. They're not sure about this company, and they're not sure about themselves. What do you mean? Can you still faith it or fake it?
If you get around long enough, you will start to believe in yourself. But those are the marinators who it may take 2 to 3 years of coming to events, consistently reading the books, to get up the courage to even approach a 5-star recruit.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try this. Tell me your name again and where you're from and high level, a couple compliments about yourself. You're not bragging. It's me telling you to tell me some good stuff about you.
Okay. David Gully. I'm originally from Atlanta, but I'm staying out here in Charlotte. 3 things about myself.
Yeah.
3 compliments about myself. I'm self-motivated. I'm energetic.
Nah, anyone I meant I worked here for 7 years in a row. I made 6 figures. I sold my company. I built my company. I went to Elon University. Give me something facts, not something where I got to use my imagination.
Can do that. All right. Last company I worked with, I was with them for 14 years.
Hold on, stop. How many?
14.
Y'all don't know many people had a job 14 years straight, same company. He just separated him. Well, that don't mean nothing. Not in your book he don't, but in my book it means he's a 5-star. How come you didn't know that was important? Well, I didn't know. Well, now you know. Okay, all right, give me some more facts.
Some more facts. I have a bachelor's in healthcare administration from University of Phoenix. And facts, I'm a U.S. Navy veteran.
All right. So, depending on what I feel, this is more coaching. Do you want me to beat him up? Or do you want me to blow smoke up his rear end? Because I got to decide which I'm going to do.
Blow smoke.
Huh?
Blow smoke.
Blow some smoke. Thank you for serving. I appreciate it. Tell me what you did, where you stationed, and how long you're in it.
I was in the Navy for 4 years. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. I was an operational specialist where I used to read radars and did air traffic controller for helicopters.
Okay, next question is, I'm not sure if I'm putting him down or building him up, but I'm going to learn something. If you pick up a kitty cat by the tail, you're going to learn something. So I'm getting ready to pick up the kitty cat by the tail. You ready?
All righty, let's go.
You ready? What rank you get up to, man?
I got up to E4.
Oh, good stuff. So that is a typical 4-year service. You're going to get an E4, okay? If you do something silly, even if you didn't do it, but somebody thinks you did it, you get an E3. If you did it twice, stupid, E2. True that? So I know. So facts. See, so he said an E4, so I went, check. He did what he was supposed to do. He checked out honorable. He didn't get in no trouble, or they didn't catch him, which shows luck. It's either lucky or good. It don't matter which. You can't tell the difference. It's E4. So you see how I'm interviewing. Now, you ain't going to like this, but let's just get it out of the way. And it's just like, is that Phoenix? Is that Phoenix online?
Phoenix Online, correct.
Yeah.
I actually went into the building though at the time frame. It was more of a 1 day a week.
See how he started selling? See
Yeah,
how he started selling?
I knew it was coming.
Because he knew it was coming. I tried to get him to say that. Phoenix, I want him to say, online. But he wouldn't do it. He didn't bite. Yeah. He didn't bite. Now, see, you say, are you cracking on? No, I'm not cracking on a man. I'm just pointing out that he didn't have to put up with the dookie that I put up with at NC State. It's some dookie you go in the house. In the business, 300 people in there. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You were the Marines. But see, Navy. Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell you something. Navy versus 4 years of Navy, 4-year college, to me, same difference. Because of the dookie he put up with in the Navy. Mm-hmm. People hollering at you.
Yeah.
Telling you to do stuff you done right, and they tell you to do it again because it's wrong. You know damn well it was right.
All that. Hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. He didn't been all that. And he didn't go to the brick. He didn't lose his points. He didn't get down to E3. And he went to Phoenix. But I pick on him a little bit saying it's online. He said, why is that picking on? I don't know. Just people are weird about it. The employers are weird about it. They prefer you to go get your butt whooped in class. True that?
True that.
And I mean, sorry you've heard that so much, but then he went, but I went once, I did go, I was in there, and so I'm recruiting, I'm saying, tell me something good. So this is how I recruit people. Well, how did you know that at E4? I talk to people. If somebody says they got an E3, I go like, how come you didn't A6? And they tell me. I go, oh, they tell me what happened. And I go, so I learn. So I guess part of it is learning. But here's what I'm going to tell you, Malik. Now you know, don't you? Are you military?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you know the difference? Did you know E2 wasn't as good as E4?
Yes, I have a brother that is an E4.
Okay. So when you're talking to a person, they said they're E2 and they've been in for 6 years, what does that tell you?
Lack of consistency.
Something happened.
Maybe something happened.
Something happened.
Yes. Yes, sir.
We don't know what happened. We just know something happened.
Yes, sir.
So one idea might be like, what happened? So then they tell you, and you go, huh. Well, see, now your stars are not as heavy. That don't mean we're not going to go after them with everything we got. It just means if stars are going away here and stars are adding here, we're just going to spend more money, time, and effort here. We're not against this person.
Absolutely.
Okay? So we're fishing for the best players on our team. Okay, I wonder, okay, tell me a little, brag on yourself. Tell me some good things about you, Malik.
Well, I don't have the greatest credentials.
No. I don't accept that. Let me give you some examples. Well,
Yes,
let me tell you one thing. I graduated from West Republic High School. And you got to do your head like this.
Well,
and then you got to go like, and how old are you?
I'm 22, about to be 23.
22 years I've lived. I'm saying you what, I'm alive. And I tell you something else about me.
All right. I graduated from Hunter Huss High School. I was a top of my class in my choir. I am All-State, NC All-State choir. I also was All-State in track and field, won MVP 2 of 4 years.
Okay, stop. So with him, I just compelled to bring him down a little bit. With him, I was compelled to bring him up a little bit. And you see the difference? You see what I'm saying? Is because, like, I call it interviewing. Because when he started out with that, yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to hear the good stuff. You started out with the 14-year, and I was like, oh, I'm going to bring him down. I'm playing the game. I'm interviewing. Here's why. Because if I keep talking all good, I'm going to have to give him $97,000. But this job don't pay but $39,000. So I better bring his thinking down. You say, well, I thought he's unlimited how much money he can make. True, but I want him to fight for the position. And I don't want you to think that I won't hire you. I want you to fight for the position. So you start putting you down, then you're going to think I don't want you. And that's not true. I do want you because I want everybody. Okay, now this might take more practice, knowing when to pop them, when not to pop them, right? Now, the minute he gets cocky with me, I ain't got enough information yet, but I'm going to learn something in 1 minute. He keeps talking. I'm going to learn something. All right, come back.
So, like, with someone like David, the game is
Malik or David?
Like, with David.
Gully.
Playing the game of making them, like question a little bit. Yeah. Is that to drive desire to be coachable?
Well, the other thing was, it was just when he hit with Phoenix, I just couldn't resist.
Yeah, you did that to me too.
Elizabeth City, I can guarantee you, I was like, where the hell is Elizabeth City? Is that like the Tigers or what is that? I'm sure I did that.
And my NBA was Strayer.
Strayer online.
Yeah,
online.
But I run circles around you.
See how he comes back?
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you poke a bear like that, they'll come back.
Sure enough.
Or if they don't come back, you know they ain't a bear.
Right.
All right?
Ooh, that's good right there.
I'm poking that bear, see if he's going to bite or not.
Yeah.
He starts purring. I'm like, oh, you know what a purr, you ain't going to talk about. Okay. Yeah, that's the word. That's what I was thinking of. That's the word I was thinking of. He's a kitty cat. Kitty. You get on me, Hank.
Oh, don't do that. Who you gonna say that to? Your wife. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it, David. You ain't gonna get no.
Hey. We got kids in the audience. All right.
They should be at school.
Okay, so watch this, Malik. We get paid, and nobody's going to call us up and say, we heard that show you did. It wasn't professional. The people will call me up and say, hey, did you get anybody fired up, get them selling? You see the difference? They're not going to comment on how we do it and how funny we are. They're going to say, did you win the game? Did you win by a field goal, or did the fumble or turnovers? Hey, got the W, baby. That's what they want to know is, did you win or not? Okay, so keep choir, singing, good stuff. Oh, you told me, tell them what you told me on the way in. What are you doing, make a living or something?
Yes, I'm a manager at the airport. I also work at Comfort Inn in Shelby, so I kind of drive kind of like 50 minutes in between jobs. I've been doing that for the last year. I'm also a recording artist. I have over 150,000 streams independently.
All right. You singing or rapping?
Yes, I am a singer. I rap, but I am a lyrical rapper. But
okay.
With my singing, I can delve in between any realms.
How are you on impromptu, and how are you too when somebody says, go?
Drop me a bar.
What he just said.
You want a bar?
Is that what I want? I want a bar. Can you drop one?
I can sing a song that I've been working on lately.
We want to hear
All right.
it. Go.
Beware with me. My voice is not warmed up.
Right here, right here, right
No,
here.
don't be giving no excuses now. Don't be giving no excuses. Just sing. Do that right there and sing.
You're so unusual. I just want you to know. No. Since everything's spiritual, that explains why I'm feeling ya. Without a touch. Ooh. All right, that's all y'all.
Yeah! All right, so let me ask you this. You got equally talented people, drive, education, everything. One of them sing, Owen can't sing. I'm picking a singer. Why? Because we're gonna have Sunday morning worship service. We need singers. Here's another thing. He knows other singers. So now, the difference is you ain't the same. You got your Navy experience. He don't have a Navy experience. You got a lot of things he ain't got. So it's a tougher pick. Now the other thing is, now runway. Like how long before he takes off? Okay, that's another thing when I'm recruiting. So let's say I'm talking to two kids and I'm trying to get them to go to my baseball team, my soccer team, my football team. I meet one when I'm 16, another meet one when he's 19. Okay, at 16 he's 6'1". At 19 he's 6'1". At 16 he's 5'10". I got more runway. How about if he's 6'1" and 16, and I got one 19 and 6'1"? He's 16 years old and he's 6'1". 19 years old and 6'1". How many thinks that 16-year-old might pass the 19-year-old by? It's called runway. How much time of growth do we get him to go? So if I only have to pick one, and I'm trying to decide high school, Phoenix, military. First of all, I would ask a lot more questions if I only had to pick one. But if you did military and college and you worked somewhere 14 years, and he ain't worked 14 years on a job. So I'm thinking he's 10 years younger, maybe more. So I've got more runway to work with this person. So maybe, now see, here's the thing. In our business, I don't have to pick.
That's right.
I can pick you both. I can get you both. I can take you both. But then I got to decide if tomorrow I'm thinking who I'm going to call up, I got to make a decision because my calendar is slam packed. Okay? So do I pick up the phone and call him or do I pick up the phone and call you? And people say, well, I got plenty of time to call both. Well, then call both, ding-dong head. But if your schedules, as you get schedules packed, then who do you pick? Or if you're going to take somebody to dinner, you're going to Charlotte, and you're just passing through and you got a 1 hour, you could either take them both or you could pick one. So it's nonstop deciding. How we do? I'm wondering if this is making sense to you, David. Comments, questions.
It does. It make a lot of sense to me. I think what it does is it takes me back to what I was doing at the job I just left. I was a manager for a customer service area, and it kind of takes me into the point when I was doing interviews. And doing the interviews, like, okay, I have somebody that's seasoned, that's been doing this for a while, and I have somebody who has a
Keep
lot
that
of,
mic straight with you.
I have somebody who has a lot of like school background. And do I pick them and kind of train them in the way that we want to go?
Who got to decide on your job? Did you decide?
As far as me
Picking which one you want to pick?
Yes, I decide.
So who gets the blame if it goes bad?
I do.
Who gets the credit?
I do.
You and blame the company you work for your dumb team?
No.
Did you give the team credit for picking a great team?
No.
You did it.
I did it.
So why would it be different here? Why would you blame the company if you can't put together a good team?
Totally get it.
Why would you blame me because your team sucks?
Yeah.
Well, y'all don't provide training. Well, Brandon's got a great team. Y'all see his team. Y'all see Mia. She's tall. Smart. Went to North Carolina A&T University. Tall, got a pretty smile, travels. Well, you ain't got no Tia. I mean, Mia. Tia's his wife, Mia. How come you ain't got no Kathy? What's that guy in Oklahoma you got? Sebastian. How come you ain't got no Sebastian? You see what I'm saying? It's like you're recruiting the team.
Oh, I got a Christina, too.
Tell me about Christina.
I got a Christina.
Oh, hold on.
I got a Christina.
You're going to want you one in.
Christina's in depth, the Mia.
Under Mia.
Just qualified agency manager last month.
She's going to be on stage getting a ring.
Put a ring on it.
We're getting rings. Ooh. We'll give away rings in January, too.
Owns a Haitian food truck in Charlotte. Single mom.
See how he's listing the stuff that's not hard worker, dedicated, ambitious. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
She got her food truck.
Yeah. And then up under her, she got 3 legs going already. And then
So does that mean Kathy's one leg and then this girl is another one?
yeah. So yeah.
Now Mia getting her a good team. Look at here.
So it goes Mia to Taylor to Christina.
Uh-huh.
And then Christina got Abby Knight, Abby G.
Uh-huh.
And this is just for tickets right
You
here.
see how he's drawing out his team? So I talked to Dave Dorn. Andy, I called Dave. I said, hey, man, I got a kicker for you. He said, I already got a kicker. I said, he's good. He said, I don't care. He said, I already got my kicker. I said, all right. I called the guy back. I said, he already got a kicker. I said, dude, he said, already got a kicker. I'm not arguing with the coach. I'm not the coach. He said he's got his kicker. I don't know what to tell you. He's out. Tell him to go to Carolina or Kentucky or somewhere because he ain't coming in so he said he got his kicker. That's he's drawing out his team. Now, the thing is, we got more scholarships. We bring the kicker on. What do we care? If guy gets sick, we got another kicker backup. But this guy, he's probably going to play on the bench, but unless this guy gets sick. That's kind of the way you do it. Over here, it's unlimited recruiting. But why would you recruit the worst and not the best? Malik? Okay, keep talking to me, man. So this is his team.
So we got Christina in that leg. And then we got Dana Bassett in the Tidewater, Virginia Beach area.
I love Dana.
Last month, she had 4 issue paid legs. We got to get a little more width, but she's
4
right at
different
him.
people writing business. Some people say, I ain't got one person writing. I said, yeah, I noticed you hired 90. She said, somebody hired 90 and didn't have nobody writing? I said, yeah, that's what he did. What do you reckon you say about somebody hired 90 and ain't got nobody writing business? Nobody producing. What do you reckon what would you say about the guy that got 90 people and none of them selling anything? Malik, what's your judgment? Don't be judgmental, but give me a judgment.
Well, I'd say your observation skills aren't the best.
How about he's just a bad coach?
Yeah, that too.
He's either got bad players, or he's a bad coach, or both of them.
Well, I believe if you're a leader in any regards, you try to find the qualities that got you in the position that you are. You try to find that in others.
What if it's hard to find others as good as you are when it comes to singing?
Well, not as good, but are you willing to get yourself there or use what you have to the best of your ability?
So here's where you could do it. You could go like this. Can you sing? Can you sing? Can you sing? Can you sing? Jesse? We got our first contestant. Then we got, can you sing? Can you sing? See how I'm doing this?
Yes, sir.
Can you sing? Hey, would you be interested in doing something on the side, some part-time gig? No? Okay, cool. It's nice meeting you. Would you be interested in doing something part-time on the gig? No? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I might would. What is it? Now, I said, okay, great contestant. Next. I didn't go, oh, my God, we got one that said she could sing. She just said she could sing. Just because they say they want to do something on the side don't mean they're going to do it.
That's right.
But I got a contestant. I don't know, you know? Then we start interviewing. We could say things like, well, shoot, come on up here. So while she's coming up here, I'm looking for another one. Stephanie, can you sing? Hannah, are you a singer? Is it Bonnie? Can you sing? Brandon, I ain't going to ask you. I've heard you. Is there any other singers in here?
Oh,
Latoya. Okay, so we got LaToya and Jesse. So now, by the way, if she got up here and looked bored, I'd say, hey, where do you sing at? So I go, did you do church? Did you do college? Are you trained? Are you vocal? Are you music? Are you guitar? Are you with me? So I start interviewing, but all the other ones said no. So why am I going to say, seriously, dude, I think you could do it. You're tall. I bet you can lungs coming up and project. Like, what? Like, he said no. Why are we going to argue with him? Now,
Yes, sir.
let's say Jesse says, I can sing, but I don't want to get up there. I could go, hey, y'all, give her a hand and start clapping and encourage her to do it and keep working it because she said she could. But he says he can't. Why do I want to go through the trouble when he says he can't? And I don't think he can. But I think she can. She said she could. She just don't want to. So the 5-star, remember the 5-star that's hard to get? Because he's got other options. So her option would be, I just want to sit here. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want to get embarrassed. I don't want to see what people say. I'm not prepared. Blah, 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 blah. But I know he's a 5-star. Okay. So people, you got to understand is, I'm not judging you, Josh. I'm telling you to judge. So you didn't judge me. Why shouldn't I judge them? Because you're the coach. Because you're building a team. Get the best people. Well, my cousin's just like needs a shot. Can your cousin pass a test? Does your cousin have 3 felonies? Is your cousin have enough money to pay for the test? You see what I'm saying? It's like, why would I go through that much trouble when there's 333 million people in America and all we need is a half dozen, 12 people, and we can make $250,000 a year. So because it's more work to go find one than get one that's loves you, do anything you say, can't pass the test, got 2 felons, scared of people, ain't got a car. Like, whoa, what's easy about this person? Well, they do whatever I say. They didn't write a check. They didn't drive over here. Like you're saying the wrong things. You're not asking for stuff that's really important in this business. How we doing, Terry?
You're killing it.
Is this helping you a little bit?
Yes.
You changed a little bit since convention, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Tell me about the insights at convention.
So
had you lulled on quality, or?
I hadn't lulled on quality, but I had I was spending too much time in the wrong places.
When you say too much time,
Yeah.
what were you doing? What does that mean? What were you doing?
So working more so where I was needed than where the time was deserved. So spending too much time with the wrong people, if that makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I think it does. So this is you, and you've got this person right here who has this person right here and this person here. And then this person's got 3 people. And then this person's got 1. This person, like I say, it's right here. So that's 4 different people. You got here, you got here, you got here, you got here. Okay. Now, one option is you could put in more people direct to you. One option is you could get a list from this person and try your best. So this will be new people that you could hire direct to you. You could try to call these people. You could scream at this person and beg them to do a list. This person is talking to people left and right. He wants you to talk to this one. He wants you to talk to this one. So this person's begging you, and every time he calls you, all the people he's recruiting are 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. And he's just worrying the snot out of you calling the right people. This one's calling you and calling you and wants you to talk to this one's 60 and 70 and 12 and 11 years old, and they're driving you crazy.
Right.
But, 11-year-old's going to eventually be 18, so you got to think ahead. And this person's selling you on it.
Right.
You talk to me the same way. Wrong places versus right place. Everybody figured out that's the right place?
Yes. Yes.
What else?
And also I used to get head faked by what people say as opposed to what they did.
Well, this person right here is telling you about these people. He's telling you how good they're going to be.
But ain't none of them worked out.
None of them worked out. So you tired of doing this right here when you got this right here just sitting right there.
Right. And then too, what I have done in the past was this person right here, just because they're talking to all these people, tabbing them as a leader just because of they're talking to all these people, as opposed to looking at what they're doing.
Or they could have hired 8 people and total volume is $1,000 a month in sales.
Right.
Total volume.
Right.
Versus this person who's writing 25,000 and hardly ever calls you, but then they call you about one person.
Right.
And you don't talk to this person because this person's loud.
Or sometimes you'd be so tired of dealing with them when they call you wore out.
All your energy gone.
All your energy is here where it should be reserved for that.
Or you should reserve for this, or you could have just been doing this and just hiring some person yourself.
Right. Now we have consistently been good at putting in width, but where we have to get better at is driving depth in the right places.
Okay. So let me kind of step back just a little bit that way so everybody else can see this, so y'all line up like that. Okay, so female or male, one of the things we try to do is say, we don't care if they're albino, we don't care if they're pitch red, pitch black, pitch green. So we try to get an in-between because we don't really care about that, okay? We did go younger in the picture. We did go neater dress in the picture. So that's not commented on, okay, except for it does say young and enthusiastic right here, okay? Seems like to me does that go up higher? I ain't trying to cause any big problems.
It says has experience. And then the other one says believes in, but I don't understand like believe in yourself.
Does that one have it on there?
Believes in a higher power.
Believes in a higher power. And what's the, and the other one is
Which one?
has experienced success in the past. So success in the past, believes in a higher power, has success in the past. So 4 years E4, boom yow, 14 years one company. You check that twice. Saying you got some kind of rating as a singer, you've had 150,000 downloads, my man got a success, okay? So you're going like, how's a spouse who wants an opportunity? You said you were married,
Yes.
okay? Does she want you to do better financially?
Yes.
I'm asking him, but I don't know until we talk to her. He's going to try to sell me, but that's better than saying no, she's a headache, she don't want me to do nothing. Are you married? Okay, so we can't give him, has a spouse, girlfriend or anything. Is she ambitious? Does she like nice stuff? Absolutely. Okay, so we don't know that. We just know what he said. So if I'm you, Jesse, I'm talking to her as quick as I can. Why? We're not recruiting her. He's going to do it because I want to know if she's ambitious. And we don't say, are you ambitious? We say, where'd you go? Oh, nice to meet you. Where'd you go? Now, did you go to Forest? Forest High School? Do you, Mike?
Hunter Huss High School.
Did you go to Hunter also? Did you go to college? What do you do? You start listening to her, and you're going like, he's not picked somebody real ambitious. Or you go, my man done outkicked the coverage. You know what I mean? He's got higher than, she crazier than he is. You see what I'm saying? So we're judging because there's so much to do. There's so much business to do. And then we go, a job for 5 years, you got a 14-year stint. How old are you?
22.
22. So that's going to be hard for him to do a 4-year, but he did high school, which is, 12 years, right? And then what's the longest you've ever had? He said 1 year, driving 50 miles back and forth. And
I've been at the hotel for 2 years.
Okay, 22, you've been for 2 years. That's strong, right? So you just kind of go through this criteria. We've done all kinds of sociological, psychological studies, statistically, who's going to be best suited at this business. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you get a 12 out of 12, now here's another thing. If he ain't got a girlfriend, ain't got a wife, I can't count off for that. He's 11 out of 11 possibles. I mean, what do I care? All right, and then it's understand there's money in insurance. You know, some people know there's money in insurance. Some people know there's money in banking. They know there's engineering, and some people don't. So really his wisdom about life, okay? And so the only way I'm going to know that is if he says, oh, yeah, I know it, that's not. I go like, do you know anybody makes money in insurance? Do you pay for insurance? Your parents pay for insurance. You start going like, yeah, and he goes like, so he starts to understand. So I'm interviewing, I'm asking questions, and here's another thing. Now, everything I know about you, everything you know about somebody, you can use that to motivate them. So if I talk about making your bed first thing so you have a success, then I'll tell you, here's the first thing you got to do. You got to read 15 minutes a book. So same as Navy, I got you doing something 15 minutes, and then you accomplish something. So I try to take all the things you've done in the past and relate them to this business. So now it's a story that ties right into your success. And it makes it interesting because you get the concept of how it got you through the Navy, and this is a concept that gets you through this. All right? So, continuation, if you hadn't never heard this before, now you know, and people say, well, I got somebody that, you know, they're not this, they're that, no. Can I recruit them? Sure, bring them on. Okay, don't get mad at them. Don't be frustrated with them. That'd be like, I got a guy, he's like 4'3", and I've been trying to teach him how to dunk, and it's hard as hell. You need to say, I got this 4'3" guy, and I'm gonna tell you what, if somebody dribbles a ball, he is down there like a damn, I don't know, like a snake. He just slithers for it and goes for it, right? Like a dog on a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hardly dribble around this guy. He'll get down there and get that ball from you. That's what you need to expect out of him, and not be mad. Don't tell me I'm frustrated. Dude, he can't jump and he's short. So they ain't this, and they ain't that, and they ain't that. Don't get frustrated. Mm-hmm. They wrote an app. Celebrate. Mm-hmm. Well, I wish she'd write 30 apps. It's like, bro, I do too, but that's like wishing. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to eliminate frustration and show you if you want to win, here's what we got to do. The more cray-crays we can get. Okay? All right. Where are you traveling to next?
Charlotte tomorrow, Saturday doing a boot camp in New Jersey. Then Andy Riddle is going to be in Winston-Salem on the 26th with us. And then Dallas, Texas on November the 8th.
All right, so all of our leaders are traveling all around the country. Check with your manager. There's a place on the ARC. You can click on it, and it tells you where all the meetings are across the country. Anybody can send people to his New Jersey. That's this Saturday, right?
This Saturday.
This coming Saturday in New Jersey. And then Andy's going to be in Winston.
On the 26th.
On the 26th.
Which is next Thursday.
So not closer to you.
And we're going to be in Charlotte tomorrow. Mike Leventovich, me, Adam Katz, and Mia is going to be in Charlotte tomorrow.
See how we're thinking? We got to get them to another meeting. We got to get them around the team. We got to get them. We got to fly them into the football game. Same concept is building a band. Same concept is building. If you're gonna put together your own rock group or your own rap group, we need somebody that can play.
Absolutely.
Don't get the worst and talking about we're gonna make a lot of money. Get the best you can get. Until you can get the best, until you can best, what do you get? Until you can get the best, what do you get for your band? Until you get your best, you get.
You still have to settle with what you can get.
You got to get what you can. Mm-hmm. But what you gonna do? You gonna keep looking now?
Keep striving for higher and better.
Keep looking. All right, guys. Hope this helps.
Good stuff.
We got staff here. Make sure you mingle. We got a few minutes. I'm gonna hang around just a minute or two. What am I leaving out? Staff. Everybody good? Everybody happy? NatCon coming up January 26, 27, 28. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a celebration. It's going to be education, training, life-changing. Guarantee you. All right, love y'all. I'm out. Woohoo!